Yeah.
And I don't want to repeat that video again just in case the stream starts. And that's the first thing people hear. Okay. We're live. Hello, everybody. I am Reed. Alongside me is Dylan. And this is the RD TechCast, episode 2. We changed our name from the TechCast to the R&D or RD TechCast.
A little more personal, and there's a lot less RD tech cast on YouTube.
And if you didn't know, RD means Reed and Dylan. So those are our names. And if this is your first time listening, this is just kind of a podcast where Dylan and I, and probably some special guests coming down the pipeline, talk about tech, gaming, what we're expecting this year within those industries, and really everything else, honestly, not just tech and gaming, but we'll probably get into some other random topics as well. So yeah, Dylan, do you have anything to say right now?
It's gonna be an exciting one. I mean, gaming is our forte, so
Yeah, guys, so this one is all about gaming. So what I have up right now is kind of the E3 2019, what people expect there this year. And we are actually thinking about going, but I think the lines are too long.
yeah, it's really busy there. I'd rather just watch it from the comfort of my own home
Yeah.
on stream.
So the big thing, I guess, is Sony's not going to be there this year, which is kind of crazy. I think they're going to have their own one, like separately. I don't know
Yeah,
why. Maybe they're going to be announcing the PS5, which I've seen a few tweets, and I know they're just tweets, but a lot of people don't think that's going to come out until like 2021 or 2022, but who knows? I mean, I figure if they're not even going to do E3 and they're doing their own thing, they got to be doing something huge.
it has to be something big to not go to a conference with all this as one. They want a lot of people to be ready for their own. They want everybody to be ready for their show and not worried about any other show.
Hmm.
So we'll
Which,
see. I mean, we're not even Sony people, but we'll
yeah, I
see, I
know.
guess.
Unfortunately, more of, well, at least my friends are moving to PS4 for some reason. I guess it's cheap, but like, if we're talking about next gen consoles, I already have the Xbox One X. So like, which is the most powerful console out right now. So why would I even go buy a PS4 or even a PS4 Pro? It makes no sense. I don't know. I know a lot of people have both consoles, but I feel like why would I pay for online for both of them, games for
Yep.
both of them,
Yep.
accessories for both of them?
See, and that's the thing, man. I got my Xbox One X,
Hmm.
and then I'm hearing all these rumors that Microsoft might be releasing the next gen Xbox.
Yep, the
And it's like
Xbox Two.
it's like, man, I just got this one. I just spent like 600
Dude,
bucks,
the
dude.
thing here's the thing with Xbox. It's like, and I was thinking about this today actually. So they came out with the Xbox One. Yeah, it was cool. It was massive. It was the size of a VCR. And the
Yes,
power brick was outside of the console.
it was huge,
Yeah,
man.
dude, and it was so heavy. And I even took my Xbox, like I moved around with it and stuff, and it took up like a whole suitcase. But like they came out with that. Then like a year and a half, 2 years later, the Xbox One S. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, it's the bricks inside of it now. And now you just have two cords. And now you just have to, which I actually bought one. So sorry. It was like right when I first got my first big boy job. So I was like, all right, I got the money. And then, and then like a year later, the X came out. It's just like,
Yeah,
God,
they're
dude,
doing a lot real quick.
the more I think about it, the more I think it's, they're becoming Apple, bro. Like I
Yeah,
know the X is like substantially better performance and graphics than the previous two, but can't you just like come out with one for 5 years? That's amazing. I know tech's always changing, especially now with all the
well,
things
how
you
long
can
did they
get.
have the Xbox 360 for, man? That was
Dude,
a long time.
at least 6 years, right?
Yeah, Well, what they're doing with this next one's probably just going to be. I mean, what I've heard and read about is that it's going to be discless. So I'm assuming the console is going to be a lot smaller.
Oh, I thought you said something else. Not discless.
Hey, clean your ears out, brother.
Damn.
But no, that's what I've heard, and they're going to be making it with more memory, because if it's discless, then games are obviously going to be more take up more space.
Yeah. So
discless.
sorry. So I was looking up the dates on my phone. So the Xbox 360 released in 2005. The Xbox One released in 2013.
Okay, see, and it was Xbox 360. It was better than PlayStation 3.
Yeah,
in my opinion, like way better.
So everybody had an Xbox 360, dude. I don't remember hardly anybody having a PlayStation 3.
Yeah,
and we were all playing Modern Warfare on it.
Call of Duty when it was in its prime.
That was like right when I got online. Those are the days. Anyways, back to E3. So Sony's not in it. Cool. We don't care. And I'm just going to scroll down this page, and for everybody that's listening, I'll explain what we're looking at. So this is kind of just a E3. I already said it at the beginning of the podcast, but since we went off on some random tangent, E3, what we're expecting this year in 2019. So I'll talk about EA since you're not. Oh, actually, there is EA. So Respawn is hopefully going to be teasing more of the Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, which I think hopefully it'll be the Star Wars game we've been wanting since what, dude? I'm trying to think.
The thing is after Battlefront 2 for PlayStation 2, the Star Wars games were hard to make. Like Battlefront 2 was great on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sony for the PlayStation 2, but I mean, I'm an open world type of guy, and what this is kind of talking about is going to be some sort of an open world RPG.
Yep.
Which would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room for error, though. I mean, because there's got to be a lot of different places you can go, different planets, and they can't make it like little small areas that you get to explore. They got to make it big. So I don't know how long they've been working on this, but
I mean, it's got to be if they're gonna actually like have. I don't think they'll have demos or anything this year. They'll probably have some sort of 2-minute movie kind of thing, just showing everything, which is fine. Which means it'll probably come out next year, maybe the end of this year, like November, December for Christmas. But at least from what we know, typically at E3 when games are teased and stuff, that it usually comes out the next year. So, unless it's Fallout 76. Anyways, or did Fallout 76, they announced it and then it came out in November that year, right?
Yeah, it actually came out pretty quick.
Yeah, so obviously there's times where that happens, but at E3 you never know. They could like tease a game and then it comes out 4 years later.
Well, thinking of like talking about Bethesda, they teased Elder Scrolls 6. That probably ain't going to come out till 2020, and then they even talked about the mobile game that they were coming out with, Blades, and they're like, oh, this should be coming out sometime in 2018, and they've been posting about it, how far behind they are, and they're pushing the date back. They're doing like a beta test for it, and it's just Bethesda's just having a hard time, I think. They're having a really hard time lately.
Yeah, so we'll get into Bethesda. Hopefully there's a tab on this website where we can scroll. Okay, good. So we'll get more into that since I'm sure you have a lot to talk about on that note. But EA, so hopefully the Star Wars will be awesome. I think,
Talking about Star Wars, I'm kind of reading this right here, and it says it's going to be set in between, or set after Revenge of the Sith. If anybody knows Star Wars, it's episode 3. And then it goes to episode 4, which were the originals that they made. And it's kind of saying that it's set between there. You play as a young Padawan.
Oh, look at this! Look at this. Sorry for interrupting, but it says EA has confirmed Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will release in fall 2019.
Ooh,
So between
ooh.
mid September and December, just in time for Christmas. Damn.
That is really exciting news. I didn't even see that, man. That is really exciting.
Wow.
We
Great
should see some
news.
really good gameplay then at E3.
Oh yeah, dude. We'll see a lot of it. Honestly, I mean between
Amazing, man.
September and December, which is fall 2019, that's when it's gonna come out. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, I guess they just kept it a secret because I mean, at least from other game trailers that we've seen, a lot of the times, I'm not saying every time, games will, they'll have that teaser announcement like Star Wars or Respawn did last year, where they were just like, "Yeah, we're working on a game," but then it'll be like Bethesda did with Elder Scrolls. It probably won't come out until like 2 or 3 years later. So that's
Mhm.
exciting. That's exciting news.
That is, man. I'm just a little reading about this more. They're talking about single player coming first, single player story.
Mm-hmm.
Then they say multiplayer component seems likely, giving Respawn strengths in the area and EA's focus on online play. So I don't know how in depth the single player will be, and
You'll play
I'm
as a
interested to see
young
what kind of
Padawan.
multiplayer that'll be. That's a weird multiplayer.
Dude, imagine if it was just multiplayer where you just picked your hero and you just lightsaber fought like Mortal Kombat style.
That that would be intense. Even though I'm not really a fan of that type of fighting, it'd be kind of cool. See it
Yeah.
song style.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, good news. So, for those of you that are Star Wars fans, we'll be seeing the new open world Star Wars game, fall of 2019. Only a few months away, guys. So, I mean, EA as a whole, I feel like it's just becoming more. Not including Titanfall or whatever, like Apex, yeah, it's doing really well right now, but at
Excuse
least
me.
at least for what I know, EA's a really big sports company now.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean, especially this year, and I'll just glaze over it right now. Madden's have really been the same for the past 5 or 6 years. Essentially, it's every year it's just a roster update, and they'll say, "Oh, we added new um, game modes." They'll add like some stupid story mode or something, or they'll have new physics in the game where like a dude or a running back can like juke better somehow. But other than that, Madden's usually just the same, and that's just because, at least in my opinion, EA owns the rights to all the NFL, NFL everything, video game wise. So like 2K can't make an NFL game, or any other game company can't make an NFL game. Which, when you don't have competition, you get lazy and you start making the same damn game every single year. And
Yeah.
anyways, FIFA is one of my favorite EA games, and I'm gonna buy FIFA again this year. But like I said, I mean, nobody's really liked this FIFA 19 this year. There's been a lot of issues with just the mechanics and how AI defending is in the game. Like, I've saw some clips where you're playing online against somebody and they just let the AI defend, and you can never get past them ever, ever, ever. And they'd always like jump and block your shots and everything. So like
Wow.
EA's tried to fix it and it hasn't been fixed. So a lot of issues there. We'll see if the next FIFA is good, but whatever. And then
Sounds like the computer's outsmarting the humans now.
yeah, that's essentially what it is. And then NBA Live, no, just no. People buy 2K, and that's how it's going to be forever. NBA Live will never come back. I don't know why they even waste money making that game. And then NHL, I think, is the only NHL game out from EA. So I've actually played the demo, and it's pretty fun if you like hockey, um, or just sports games in general. Because I don't tend to play a lot of NHL games because not a lot of my friends are fans of it, but it was fun while playing it. And then the
Mhm.
UFC games are fun. The UFC games are fun just if you want to like just keep like button mashing and seeing if you can knock somebody out online.
Keep
Very
throwing that
fun.
right hook.
Yeah. And then it says right here, as well, maybe some addition to the Titanfall universe. We'll see. I never really got into Titanfall. I've played probably more Apex than Titanfall games in my life. I played a little bit of Titanfall 2 online, and it was kind of fun, actually. But I just never got into it. So if you have anything to say on EA, Dylan, go ahead, but we'll move on.
You pretty much covered it, man. I mean, EA. I'm not really a sports type player, so
All right.
I'm excited for Star Wars. That's about it.
All right, so we'll move into Square Enix, right? Am I saying that right? Is it Enix or Enix?
I would say Enix.
Anyways,
What do we know?
doesn't matter. They make the Final Fantasy games. They made
Which I've heard were really great.
Yeah, I really, dude. The thing
you have
is,
to be into that type of game.
Yeah,
it's a very. What's the word for it?
it's the anime lovers game.
Yes.
Which we both. I mean, you dabble more in anime than I do, but I don't. I mean, I like Dragon Ball Z and stuff, but I just don't think I can get. I don't know. If I tried, maybe I could get into those games. I know Vito likes them, so maybe we can get Vito on the podcast one of these days. But
yeah, you can talk about it. I mean, I've always wanted to try one, but I didn't know which one to try. Everybody says what?
Dude, there's like 40 Final Fantasy games, I think. That's the thing.
I think like the last one they made was 16, and everybody said it, or 15 or 16. I don't know, but it's just I don't even know what that type of game is. I need to look up gameplay trailers or something because I just see the trailers, like pictures of the games, and it just looks intense. You got to be that type of person, really.
Yeah, so we'll move on. So Kingdom Hearts, I didn't play the new Kingdom Hearts. I would like to. I just haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, so and then so this article says they're working on Dragon Quest Builders 2 on Nintendo Switch. It's a Switch game. And Dragon Quest, whatever that Roman numeral is, 11. So it says outside of those games, it's likely we'll hear more about the next episode in Life is Strange, as well as a DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. So
the thing about Kingdom Hearts is I think I would buy it if I could get it for my Switch because I don't know. That just seems like more a comfortable system to play that type of game on.
Yeah, I agree. So Microsoft, let's talk about it. So Microsoft is only one of the big three console makers that's definitely going to E3 2019. So
and I heard it's going to be big, dude.
Yeah, so I think this is the perfect time for Microsoft to be like, all right, it's time. Like, we need to take over the gaming industry like we did with the Xbox 360 and do something crazy. So it's saying that gives Microsoft a bit of an advantage if it decides to debut its next-gen Xbox codenamed Project Scarlet. And it might be the reason why Sony is avoiding the show altogether. So I'm going to click into it.
Overshadowed. That could be, dude.
And I'm not going to just read out this whole article, but Phil Spencer last year said our hardware team is deep into developing the next generation of Xbox consoles, where we will once again deliver on our commitment to set the benchmark for console gaming. So then details started coming out, and apparently it's going to be called the Xbox 2. So what are your thoughts, Dylan, on another console? And I know we touched on this earlier in the podcast, but another Microsoft console that you might have to buy again.
No, here's the thing for me. If they make the new console, that's cool. But they can't do what they did with Xbox 360 to Xbox One, where the disc is different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even buy discs, but they can't be making exclusives just for that Xbox so people buy it, because that's messed up. They just sold this Xbox, 3 years ago? For $600, and they're still selling it for $600. It's like, you can make a new system with better... I don't even know, dude. It's just... It bothers me kind of a little bit. They don't need to. They don't need to make another one.
I feel like I don't know. I think if they're coming out with another console and essentially this is the next gen, I don't consider the three consoles that came out in the one generation were each next gen. They're just the same console in the same generation,
but each a little smaller.
Yeah, and also, I mean,
nice.
I guess you can consider the X kind of, I mean, it's different from the first two, just spec wise and everything else, but it's still part of the Xbox One generation. Whereas like Sony had the PS4 and then the PS4 Pro, and I don't know if they made like a slimmer version of the PS4. They might have, but that was it, right? And
yeah, don't ask me about PlayStation stuff. You don't keep up.
Yeah, so I don't know. I agree with you. I don't think they need to announce anything. And maybe if they do announce something, they'll say, we're working on this crazy console that'll be out in 2 years or 3 years. And I'm going to be honest, dude. I think the one thing that Microsoft kind of messed up on gaming-wise is kind of making the Xbox One a all-in-one entertainment system instead of just focusing on gaming.
Because they're trying to make it the only thing you need.
Yeah, so like the thing is they could have it could have been everything we needed, and still you could have still like kind of promoted it as a gaming console, because you could still get Netflix, like you can still watch TV on it. Yeah. I think their messaging where it says this is an all-in-one entertainment system, it kind of puts gaming on the back, not necessarily
on a list of things it does. Yeah, it's not the focal point.
Yeah, so like I think maybe that's where they thought they messed up, and that's why they came out with the Xbox One X and said this is the best gaming console on the market, which they probably should have came out with the Xbox One X from the jump, right? They probably didn't have the technology or whatever at the time, but then
they're trying to compete with PC now just by putting better graphics cards in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean,
that's the thing. That's another thing. Like, I have Xbox Microsoft on my computer, and they have games where you can play anywhere, so you can play it on your computer if you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard something about Microsoft and Nintendo doing something with the Switch. I'm not sure anything about that, but it's like Microsoft's just going to be everywhere. You don't need to come out with some crazy. It's almost like they're just trying to beat out PC. The more I think about it, with this console.
Yeah, and maybe they see PC now as like their main competition, which I don't think. Dude, you can't compare PC to gaming consoles. And I don't know.
There's too many different types of games.
There's too many different types of games, and the hardware you can buy for a PC is way too crazy for a console. And maybe if like Xbox, I don't know, if they made their own like gaming desktop and was like, hey, this is our Xbox and PC all in one. It comes with a controller, and you can hook up your controller to your desktop and whatever. But then it would just be like a gaming desktop that you can just go and buy at Best Buy, right? And I don't think, especially people that game on PC, they want to build their own PCs. They want to, customize
they already have their set parts that they have. Like the companies that make their parts, they like them, like keyboards and mice, everything, dude. So like, what graphics cards? There's so many different companies that make graphics cards, and they have the ones that they like the most.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of just reading through this. And it said, according to this report, both consoles are due for. There's going to be 2 consoles apparently that they're releasing, which will be in 2020 alongside Halo Infinite. So a couple years, which is what I said earlier. And it's running with SSDs, which honestly is a good thing.
Yep, that's always a good thing.
So, and SSDs, for people that don't know, stands for solid state drive. But we'll see, man. I mean, I'm excited for the Microsoft conference. I'm sure it's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome, and hopefully, I'm not busy at work. So
I'll tell you what. I'm excited to see if they talk about a next console. I'm excited to see that, but they can't put the One X on the back burner like they did with the 360, where they made the games for the 360, but they didn't promote the 360. They can't cut out Xbox One X right now. It's too early. They just released the X, and it's a great system, so they can't kill it this early. If they try to kill it out, I'm done, dude. I'm done with.
You're done with Microsoft?
Not Microsoft per se. I'll still have an account like they have
per
Xbox
se?
One. All right, dude, chill. They still have Microsoft on the computer and the Xbox app and stuff. So I mean, I could still have games or something that I can play on both. Like they're doing the Halo to PC. So maybe you have to have a Microsoft account or an Xbox account to do that. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
This is the last console I'm probably gonna buy, man.
Ever in your life?
Well, if you play, well, here we go, talking about our own gameplay. I don't like to play shooters anymore, man. Like, competitive shooters is just not fun for me. I like to play open world. I like to play with friends. I'm not competitive on shooters anymore. Like, I played Call of Duty. It was fun, the new one, but it didn't stick, man. I wasn't like, oh, yeah, I just want to play Call of Duty every day. It's just, oh, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah, I mean, that is just you, because I still enjoy them, but everybody's always playing Fortnite. At least my friends that still play console, which sucks, but whatever, they'll get over it.
And you can use controllers on PC, dude. So you can get a game for your PC and just use a controller if you wanted. There's no shame if you want to use a controller. Do what you want.
There is shame.
If you have
Anyways,
oh yeah, let's just move on.
Anyway,
let's just move on.
Let's just move on. So, and then wrapping up the Microsoft conference at E3, says game wise, we'll probably see Gears 5, more Halo Infinite stuff, and a new Forza title. I don't really play Forza. The game looks awesome though.
Racing games are for a rare breed of people.
Yeah, so that's it with Microsoft. Microsoft, don't let us down, please. And here we go.
They'll let us down, but
here we go.
Yeah.
Bethesda time. So this will probably take up most of the rest of the podcast, especially because Dylan probably has a lot to say. So for a recap for everybody. So Bethesda came out at last year's E3, all excited about Fallout 76. Dylan and I were excited.
I want to talk about the year before first and how big of a letdown it was.
Okay, go ahead.
Because we were waiting for something Fallout or Elder Scrolls, either one, something big. And they were teasing, what was it? Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
So we thought it was going to be Fallout, and we were all texting each other, excited. But it turned out to be Wolfenstein, and that was really heartbreaking for me that I didn't see any footage on Fallout and Elder Scrolls, man. I was like heartbroken. It was really bad for like a couple weeks for me, man. I wasn't looking forward to anything. And then the next one that I thought it saved my life, but we'll talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so last year Bethesda came out and was like, all right, it's Fallout time. We're going to talk about this new Fallout game. And we were happy. We were like, yes, finally, a new Fallout game. And, we knew... A
little skeptical when we found out the details. But
yeah, so we knew it was going to be called Fallout 76 before their conference from Reddit. And, somebody always has some kind of insider information. So we were like, oh, Fallout 76 is going to be in West Virginia. Okay, whatever. Hopefully it's cool. And then, so Todd Howard... formerly known as God Howard, not anymore.
Formerly, that's good. Keep going.
He came out and he said Fallout 76 is a open world full on multiplayer game, and everybody was like looking around in the arena, not arena, like the the conference room they were at, and he was like, no, yeah, and he so when he was talking, at least from like my point of view, I was like, is he gonna say like there's a single player like option where you can just do a single player story? And he didn't really like come out and say
Elder Scrolls Online, how they have both,
Yeah, so essentially, everybody knows what Fallout 76 is. He came out, he said it was an online open world game. There's gonna be how many people did he say was gonna be like 80 people in each world?
If that, I think it was like 30, dude, or 32 or something. Not a lot.
Yeah, so from there, I don't know, Dylan. Do you want to keep explaining what had happened from release date and whatever?
Well, the whole conference, he was pretty much just talking about aesthetics, like how it looks, all the different new monsters that are going to be in there, uh, all the places to explore. And I love the exploring aspect, but when you think about it and you're like, oh, you know what, this could be cool. I get to play with my friends. I always thought about playing with my friends on Fallout. That'd be pretty cool. But at the same time, you think about it and you're like, I like to do my own thing. I like to just get absorbed into the world and have nobody tell me what to do. I can do what I want to do. So we had some sort of excitement because it's a new Fallout, it's a new world we get to explore. Well, you don't realize how empty it is when you get into the game and there's no real quests to do. It's just fight off these hordes. Go over here, fight off this horde. Go over here and take control of this base. There's a horde, kill the horde. There's hordes everywhere, and you're like, all right, dude. It just was empty. I explored, I tried to get into it, and I tried to be happy about the exploring part. And I just quit trying, dude. I haven't picked up my controller and played it because there's no real excitement.
There's no excitement. It was so glitchy, and we were like,
normal. That was our first online game, so I expected that, but
we were like, all right, let's go do some quests, and it almost just seemed like one of those games where, like normal open world games, even if it's online, it just seems more like real, where you can go up to random people and interact with them and things like that. And this one was just like, okay, you're walking around the world, and in order to do anything, you have to go do a quest, and then that was it. It was just quest to quest to quest to quest to quest, and there was nothing else. There's no other substance in it. It was just like it was a mindless open world online multiplayer game.
Yep, just take your buddies. I mean, the big thing they had was find the launch codes and you can shoot nukes off. And now I'll scroll through my Facebook feed or Instagram feed and I see people shooting nukes off all the time like it's no big deal. So I mean, that's not enough for me, dude. I need something deep. It needs to be deep for me, a deep story, rich characters and different backgrounds. You know how Bethesda does that. You go up to people and they tell you some random shit, dude, and you're just like, whoa, what did you say? You get to say these weird things back, which, you know what, they kind of killed that out too with Fallout 4. Like they didn't make the what is the word for it, the interactions with
dialogue.
Yeah, they didn't make it as rich as it used to be. Kind of like a lazy dialogue they did, which was disappointing, but Fallout 4 is still better than 76 in my opinion.
Dude, regardless. I think any Fallout, even the Fallout 1 on PC, is better.
Yeah, everybody says Fallout 1 was really good. I mean, it's all about the story, dude, and we didn't realize that until 76 came out.
Yeah, so, listen, man, Bethesda's going to have to, I don't know. If they even talk about Fallout 76, which they will, I'm going to be so mad. And they're going to be like, oh, well, it was a great year for Fallout 76. Todd Howard's just going to say some random BS. Like, and we'll all just be sitting there like, dude, come on, bro. Just give it up. Like, just admit that you tried something new. Cool. Props to you. But now, move on to Elder Scrolls, and let's get into a real game. Shouts out to LEA. Let's get into it.
Oh my god, they kind of screwed themselves, dude, if you think about it, because now they have this open world server that they have to maintain because there's still people that play it. And you can't just shut down the server after 1 year like, oh, we failed. I spent $60 on the game, biggest mistake of my life, but whatever. There's still people that play it, there's like a couple thousand people they got to run the server for now. They have to maintain that server, so they screwed themselves.
Yeah, dude, they got to maintain it for, at least another few years, at least. So
until they release another Fallout, then they can kind of slide that one off the radar. Like, maintenance down every day.
Yeah. So the thing about Bethesda games too is like, they'll come out with a game and the next one won't come out for a while. So I guess between Elder Scrolls and Fallout, right? I don't care about Wolfenstein. So like, I don't know, man.
I played Wolfenstein. It's more of a guided game. Like you don't get
Yeah.
to really explore as much.
I don't know what we're gonna see this year. I mean, hopefully more Elder Scrolls stuff.
We will definitely
Maybe,
see more Elder Scrolls stuff, dude, because they teased it last year. They have to give us something more.
maybe Elder Scrolls will come out. Maybe they're just like, listen, we kind of had this tentative date of when we wanted to come out, but let's try to move it up a little
Yeah, you know
sooner.
how Bethesda is about that.
Yeah, I know. So I'm not holding my breath. But also Starfield. So maybe we'll see more on Starfield.
Ooh, now that you bring that up, I haven't done a lot of research on that recently. Need to see if there's any juicy news about that because that is exciting. If they make it like Elder Scrolls and Fallout, but more futuristic outer space type of thing, that would be interesting to me. That would be pretty fun.
Yeah, a part of me thinks
open world.
Yeah, a part of me thinks like if it is an open world,
rich story,
not online. Yeah, cool story, but still open world where you can like, if there's a whole universe, you can like travel around, get in your ship and go to different planets and different universes or stay in just one universe, but you know how big the universe is. So like, or our galaxy. So like,
which leaves a really big open door for that type of game because they can do a lot of DLCs with different planets to explore, that game they can run for a while.
Exactly. So I'm excited for that. So we'll see.
I am.
I know Fallout 76, at least for us, was a massive bust. But hey, maybe we'll boot it up. Maybe we'll boot it up again tomorrow and see what's popping off just to see. But anyways, that's Bethesda. Bethesda, don't let us down. Todd Howard, don't let us down, dude. Because Dylan has given you so many chances the past few years, and you are. I don't know, man. I don't know how much more he can take.
Well, topping Fallout 3 and New Vegas is pretty tough because those are really good games with really good DLC. So
okay, I'm gonna sound really stupid, but did Bethesda make New Vegas?
They took ownership of it.
But did Obsidian? Okay.
What I read was they had a world built, kind of, and they handed it to Obsidian and said put everything in this, and Obsidian essentially made they like made the details of the game and they made it fun and the storyline. Bethesda just handed them the what is the word for
keys.
it? Yes, like here's the basic world, go for it. And then when the game came out, it said Obsidian, and then Bethesda like like they did any hard work on it. I give a shout out to Obsidian on that one. You can tell it was a little different than how Fallout 3 was, but it still was that Fallout aspect, which was amazing.
Yeah, so we'll see. Bethesda, don't let us down. So we're skipping Sony because they're not going to be there. Do you want to talk about, what is it, Ubisoft?
There is, I was kind of reading on Beyond Good and Evil. That's supposed to be an RPG. I don't know if you remember seeing like a little clip of it that they had last year.
Yeah.
It looks good. I mean, I didn't play the first one, so I don't know. I heard the first one came out long ago, but I'm interested to see what that one's all about.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I haven't done a lot of research on it, guys, so we're gonna skip Ubisoft. But we'll get back to it. I mean, we're gonna talk about video games probably a lot on this podcast, especially after E3. The PC gaming show.
We'll be more into that now.
Yeah, we'll be more into that because we're more into PC gaming now, so we'll be definitely watching that and see what's popping off. And we're excited for that. To see the new games that come out and all of that, or new tech, or new whatever. So yada yada yada. Let's keep moving on. Nintendo at E3. So we are both Nintendo Switch owners, and I don't know about you, but I've been enjoying, at least before bed, when I get in bed, playing the Pokemon game. I still need to beat Legend of Zelda, but
I still need to beat it too.
And Super Smash is fun, so it's been a good console. I think it's just because
I definitely want to get the new Pokemon. I didn't get the Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee edition.
Yeah, so I think Nintendo will have another good E3, and we'll see. So Sword and Shield, that's the new Pokemon games. due at the end of 2019. So we'll see another Pokemon game, or 2 games technically coming out. Animal Crossing, I'm not too much into Animal Crossing, so
It's an old people game.
yeah, so apparently there's a Link's Awakening remake, so that'll be cool. Mario Maker 2, I was never really into. And then Nintendo is developing Luigi's Mansion 3 and Fire Emblem 3 Houses. So, oh, and then a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC character pack. That'll be cool. So,
I need to get that one too.
yeah, you need to get Super Smash. It's fun. And that's it. And then Devolver Digital.
Never even heard of this. If I'm
I haven't either, so I'm reading it. Last but certainly not least, we couldn't leave out our Devolver Digital, who has confirmed via Twitter that it would be posting another off-the-wall pre-recorded keynote, which may not involve fictional CEO Nina Struthers. I don't know what this is, but we'll have to we'll dig more into that. But I'll check on Reddit and see what's popping off. So I think that's it for E3.
Yes. Yep. There's a lot of excitement, man. I mean, a lot to look forward to. I think all of them look like they're going to have some pretty good showcases.
Yeah.
And I'm really, crossing my fingers for Bethesda. I'm interested to see more on Ubisoft and Beyond Good and Evil, see what that game's more about. And Skull and Bones, we didn't even talk about that as it's kind of hard to talk about pirate ship games when Sea of Thieves was kind of a bust, even though it's kind of making a comeback right now. I see a lot of big streamers playing it on Twitch, so...
Yeah, they're probably just getting paid to stream it.
Yeah,
just like Ninja was paid
a myth for real.
Dude, yeah, I know. It looks like it's still fun, but I don't know. I'll have to see how much it is, because I wouldn't mind playing Sea of Thieves, but you need friends to play with. So,
you need friends to play with, yes.
And I don't have a lot of friends, so we'll see. But I saw that.
I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, we could run ship, but I'm not paying $60 for it. So
I wouldn't either.
So, yeah, and then I saw that Apex, or I guess it would be EA, but they paid Ninja $1 million to stream Apex Legends.
Yeah, I read that too, dude. That Ninja, oh my god, I would be paying Shroud, dude, because that guy... Okay, I'm not trying to say one's better than the other, but I think Shroud has way more skill, dude.
Dude, Shroud has more skill, and he's not fake. Like, Ninja's trying not to be like how he used to be. Like himself, he's trying to be more kid friendly, which is cool. But
it opens up a big audience. But Shroud is
more, dude, 12-year-olds and 14-year-olds and whatever are still gonna want to watch who they like, and I feel like a lot of them do like Shroud still. So, and Shroud just like chills.
Yeah, and he doesn't hold back on what he says.
Yeah,
which is
exactly. So, I'm a fan of Shroud though.
And why we're talking about streamers, giving them some clout.
Yeah, give us some clout. Speaking of clout, you can follow us on Instagram, and it's RD_TechCast. And what is our YouTube again, Dylan?
RD TechCast. And
there you go.
I think the email is thetechcast2019 at Gmail.
Yes. So that's all of them, and I'll be posting, and we'll both be posting from our personal channels if you know us.
I'm kind of seeing how this goes too before I even make a Facebook about it. I want to see if there's more people interested before I make a page, which I know would be better, but I just want to see if anybody's really interested in this. I like doing it. It's fun, so.
Dude, it doesn't matter as long as we like it. Also, shouts out to our fans that watch anyway. But we post this stuff right now, at least, on all our personal channels, and then our YouTube channel, which we just said, and then on Instagram, I put the link up, and then SoundCloud, it'll be on for the people that just like to listen to podcasts. So we're gonna work on getting them uploaded on the Spotify and Apple Music as well. So stay tuned for that, and we'll post that when it's live. So that's all I had to say. Dylan, do you have any final thoughts on any of this stuff that we're talking about?
Not really, man. I'm just excited to see what happens.
All right. Don't let us down, Todd Howard. Microsoft, if you're coming out with a new console, I don't know what to tell you. Just
don't
make
kill
it
the Xbox One.
don't pull the Xbox One or don't kill the Xbox One. But also, if you are making a new console, you better make it insanely crazy.
No disc would be nice.
And Sony,
put that option in there. Just make people download if you're going to do that.
And Sony, I have no words for you. Get out of the E3 forever. Don't ever come back.
We won't miss you, brother.
All right. Second episode of the RD podcast is done. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Peace.
Peace.